So much happens between Sundays at Mountain View Church. Between Sundays, we are planting a bilingual church, and our food program is feeding 700 people a week in our local community. We host Bible studies, youth groups, AA and Al-Anon meetings. We offer professional counseling and inner healing prayer. We host workshops for mental health, relationship skills, and spiritual growth. Small groups gather in homes and on campus throughout the week. Elementary kids study the Bible together on Tuesdays. Junior high and high school kids gather on Wednesdays. MOPS is reaching 60 young moms and their preschoolers on Thursday mornings, and Summit is the place to be for youth and young adults with special needs each Thursday night. There are monthly worship and prayer nights, men's breakfasts, women's development nights, family events, and our legendary retreats, camps, and trips for youth, men, women, even a vacation Bible school for the kids. We have opportunities for outreach in the local community and for mission trips around the world. We pack meals, do food drives, blood drives, toy drives, clothing drives, and more. We host memorials for families that are grieving and weddings for families that are celebrating. We give away over $10,000 each month to our ministry partners through our First Fruits Fund, and we support our own people in need through our Generosity Fund. We are Mountain View Church. You are Mountain View Church. And this church is doing a lot of good. You are doing a lot of good. You may not see everything that happens between Sundays, but it happens because of your generosity. Thank you for your partnership in the gospel. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
What a year it's been. I know for me, this year has felt like I'm just constantly trying to catch my breath, that I'm constantly trying to get my brain to slow down and think about the endless list of tasks that I've got on my plate. This past week, when it rained on Tuesday at work at my warehouse, the warehouse started flooding. My team was all running around trying to get stuff on pallets, trying to keep product from getting messed up. It was stressful. It was chaotic. And when I was driving home, I just remember thinking, God, I just want this year to be over. I'm ready for 2022. I'm ready for what's next. But there's something special. I don't know if you've experienced this. After it rains, the sky is always so clear. It feels like for me that heaven and earth are just a little bit closer together on days after that. I don't know if you experienced that, and when you're driving in the rain afterwards. And I saw this picture, and I heard deep in my soul, I heard God say, "Slow down. I've got you. Slow down. I've got you." And that message for me is something that I wanted to share with all of you, for anybody who might feel like you've been rushing through this year, that you're ready for 2022. Just to slow down. Think about how God's moved in your lives and in the lives of your family this year. What's changed for you? To slow down and just take a minute to think about the places, the groups that you've been a part of that have been a part of that change, the organizations that you've been a part of. I think that's the posture for me that I want to go into 2022 with. One of gratitude, one of thanks for how God's moved in my life. Because when I do slow down and think about it, there's so much good that's happened for me personally, and I know in the lives of many of you in this church. And so I would challenge you, to think about that as you head into the last couple 12 days here that we've got in this year. Think about the organizations that, made an impact for you and your family. Maybe it's a women's shelter that you volunteer at. Maybe it's an animal clinic that you're a part of. Maybe, hopefully, it's Mountain View. And if we've been a part of that, for your family, for your story, for your kids, we would ask you to be a part of that for 2022, to have that generosity flow into next year. December is always a really important month for us, and we need that generosity to fuel the ministry and all the things that we have going on. Next year is going to be our 25th year as a church, which is incredible, right? 25 years as a church. And we've got a lot of work left to do. There's a lot that needs to happen next year. And so we need your generosity. And we would just encourage you, if Mountain View is one of those places that's impacted you or your family's life this year, bring that offering on Christmas Eve. Bring that on the services at 2 and 4 p.m. Mountain View always multiplies every dollar. I've watched the staff do it with youth camps. I've watched them do it with men's ministry. I've watched them do it with so many other things, and we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to find ways for God to multiply your generosity to carry this church for the next 25 years.